Hello StarCraft fans, this is Falcon Paladin coming to you with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. This is a game between puCK and Polt on Korhal Carnage Knockout. Whew, that is a long map name. In the top left side of the map, we have the red Protoss player, it is puCK. And in the bottom right side of the map, we have the blue Terran player, it is Polt. Both of these players are currently teamless. Both of them are super duper awesome though, man. puCK has had some great success in tournaments recently taking down some big time players, while Polt needs no introduction as one of the best Terran players and one of the best StarCraft 2 players on planet Earth at this time. You may notice in your ears the dulcet tones of Brood War music. The Terran soundtrack I think might be my favorite. There's just a lot of stuff going on. It's just upbeat, it's peppy, it really sounds like 1997. Which is back when I was in high school, and so it just brings me back to some good times and some good memories. The Zerg and the Protoss soundtracks are good, but there's just a little bit too much downtime, it seems like. It's just kind of like it meanders along, and it just has really sounds in the background, but this has melodies, and this has, like, I don't know, actual super duper amazing memories associated with it. Playing that Terran campaign back in the day in original StarCraft and in the Brood War. So difficult to do, but so darn fun at the same time. Really is what got me hooked on this game to this day. Alright, so a TVP here on Korhal Carnage Knockout. One of these days I'll remember that name without having to look at it, because holy smokes, it is hard to remember. Looks like a gateway expand, very standard stuff here from our puCK into a cybernetics core. And a 1-Rax expand for Polt, entirely possible. He does have a Reaper coming out. We'll see if he can get something done with that Reaper or not as he expands behind it. Probe heading on up. Oh, I do want to mention that this replay was sent to me by an astute subscriber who did want to see me cast some Polt games. And so thanks again to that subscriber. We should see some more Polt games that were not from tournaments. So maybe seen casted on his stream, but not actually seen from two perspectives like what we can do from this replay. So I'm looking forward to doing more Polt games in the future. So bear with me and we'll get some more high quality StarCraft 2 action here for sure. Another barracks coming up for Polt. Where is our Reaper? That's an SCV, and the Reaper went... The Reaper is actually working on knocking down this cooling tower. What? There are two here, right? Like, this map is insane. I cast a Mid-Rank Madness on this game. It was a TVT, and it's nuts. The number of things that are destructible on this map is like 18. It feels like so many things you can knock down to knock down paths. You can clear paths by killing debris. I mean, these are two cooling towers. Individual ones you have to kill. Look, puCK's doing the same thing. Against Zerg, I imagine Protoss and Terran players hate this because their natural is super wide open. Some really good potential for flanking from Zerglings and from Roaches and Hydras. Difficult to hold them off with force fields and walling, which is why knocking this stuff down early seems to be such a priority for these players, although it is a TVP. So I'm not sure what the hurry is on that. However, maybe it's just practice to see what they would do if they were going against an actual Zerg-type player. Although I suppose for puCK, he does want to use force fields in dealing with the Terran. So having additional stuff to block off a Terran assault of Hellions and whatnot can be very nice indeed. So, alright, puCK, go ahead and knock this cooling tower down. And Polt, use these Marines to knock these suckers down too. Do you have to attack them both at the same time? You know what? No, it looks like you attack one and they both fall down there. Oh, just in time to keep that Adept out. Look at that timing from Polt. Wow, wow, wow. The Adept wanted to get in here and get some scouting off. But nope, knocking down these cooling towers to create debris, and now that's not going to happen. Reaper did come out and get some shots off on that Adept, but you know what? Not really going to do too much work against the Adept. There's a lot of shields here and a lot of hit points. Not like killing workers or Zerglings or even Marines. Really, the Reaper has his work cut out for him to try to take down one of these babies. Alright, Robotics Bay already on the way for puCK. Is he going to go for Colossus here? Possibly Disruptor. We could see some Disruptor play from puCK. He has a Warp Prism too. Maybe going for Warp Prism Disruptor drops. Oh, that would be good. Is Polt preparing for this at all? He does have a medevac here. He has a bunch of Marines sitting back here, and just in case there are some drops, like, I don't know, maybe DTs or Adept drops or things like that. Engineering Bay coming up as well for our blue Terran player who has recently won a trophy. You can see that nuke up there. I've only seen that for Terrans. I imagine, are there trophies specific to each race now? I need to play a tournament and win so I could figure this one out. Robotics Bay here. And immediately Disruptor. Look at the timing on that. Wow, Disruptor immediately pops out. Warp Prism ready to go. Mothership Core patrolling back and forth. Observer for puCK checking things out. Checking, okay, there is a second base, obviously. I'm pretty sure he knew that was the case. Supply Depot here to make sure that nobody knocks down this debris without Polt knowing about it. And a Widowmine burrowing. Boop, taking out that probe very easily. puCK was thinking about taking the third right here, but good luck with that. And the Widowmine goes out to hide from the revenge of the units that are coming to kill it, which are these Adepts most likely. Is there an observer here at home, though? No, there's only one observer, and it's clear back here, so we can't actually clear that out for a while. You are safe for the time being, Mr. Widowmine. Marines, Marauders, Medevacs, heading out here for Polt. The standard composition we've seen for so many years in StarCraft 2 is still super duper good. Meanwhile, back home in the Protoss base, continuing to make disruptors, getting gravitic drive, increasing the speed of that warp prism, and blink for Stalkers, +1 weapons, stim pack, Marines, Medevacs coming up here as well. Not many Marauders here, two for Polt. Doesn't seem to be too heavy on the Marauder. Much more interested in getting Marines here and those Medevacs. I'm surprised he hasn't started dropping yet. Polt is usually a little bit more aggressive against his Protoss foes, but for now, just hanging out, going for his third base here. He knows he denied the third for puCK. That helps immensely. And here comes a Warp Prism with a single disruptor on the inside. It goes right over that command center. Polt knows that's there. He has to know that it's there. Dropping it on in, and bam! Does not pull any of the workers there. That was a big-time hit, getting 5 SCVs. Warp Prism is fast with that gravitic drive. Look how fast that sucker is. Outrunning even stimmed Marines and Marauders. They are stopped by this debris. They cannot get the revenge on their dead workers. It is now currently 50 to 45 Harvesters, so puCK is still up. They're actually up more after having killed those workers. So puCK looking good, just with the harassment, just a quick little drop, knocking some of those workers off of puCK's list and not actually taking any damage in the meantime. Trying to drop back here. This Reaper really wants to do something about it, but an Adept getting warped on in. Here is the male Ursadak that was cruelly murdered in my TVT Mid-Rank Madness game that I cast last week, I believe it was, maybe the week before. Anyway, here comes another Disruptor drop, and running for their lives, bam, getting a couple, up to 11 kills now. Is that 6? Did you get 6 kills on that? Liberators running around trying to chase this sucker down, but once again, so darn fast with a gravitic drive. Big ol' drop from Polt, though. 4 Medevacs heading up to the area where puCK was last known to be. I guess he didn't move because he's Protoss. Yeah, patrolling back and forth with these Liberators. They don't want this this Warp Prism. I was going to say Medevac to show up and do any more damage, but it sneaks on in here anyway, drops, gets another Purification Nova on in, and bam, a couple more kills on that worker line. puCK, super great right now, dropping, landing, attacking Marines and Marauders with the +1 attack. Stalkers are here, Purification Nova coming on in and explodes harmlessly. Not doing much damage at all. Disruptor's ready to go. Disruptor pops out and dies. Another Purification Nova dodged immediately. Blinking on in was puCK, though. Woo! He was ready for that pickup, and he blinked on in and tried to take out a Medevac, but down to 33 hit points. However, still alive. Still alive, ladies and gentlemen. How many kills did that sucker have? So maybe 2? Perhaps 2 for him? The Widowmine that got killed there. Another attempt at a Widowmine drop. Bam! So darn effective here has been puCK. 16 workers killed by the Protoss player. 59 to 45 workers thus far. Both players on the 3 bases. Trying to find places to attack here is Polt. But really, he didn't do much damage up here. Is that actually unpowered? Does it matter if it's unpowered? It's not. It's not unpowered. Warp Prism trying to get on out of there again. The Marines chasing it down. Can't quite catch it because that Gravitic Drive upgrade is good. If you're looking at dropping, consider getting that Gravitic Drive upgrade. It is definitely worth the money, I would have to say. It's right here on your Robotics Bay. Did snipe down, I think, an Adept that was trying to hold that Zalaga Watchtower. A Adept versus Reaper battle here. puCK wins that one fairly easily, too. It is 127 to 132 total supply so far in the game. Worker count, again, 65 to 51 in favor of Polt. Or puCK, rather. I said that backwards. puCK and Polt. P's name. P names. P names. P names. Stalkers moving on in. They have +1 armor. They don't have +1 attack, which I find interesting. I think maybe puCK wants to keep his Disruptors alive more than he wants his Stalkers to be able to hit hard. Knocking this debris down very easily, but it is scanned by Polt. He's going to set up some Defender Mode circles here and be just fine. But the Gravitic-drived Warp Prism trying to sneak on in here again. Look out for the missile turret, taking some shots, dodging it pretty easily, and landing. Purification Nova, boom, big time hit. That Disruptor has a lot of kills. A lot of kills. 20 workers killed thus far, I think mostly by Warp Prism drops. Another attempt up here by Polt. There are a bunch of Stalkers ready to go with this one. Reaction time for puCK is good. It's really good. Blinking right on in. Sniping down the Medevacs first of all, leaving these guys trapped where they are. 1 Medevac remained. Most of these guys are never going home, and they have to know it. Stalkers trying to stand on in here and fight, and trying to catch that Medevac. No! Marines and Marauders left behind get completely eaten up by the vastly superior Stalker force. And Polt dancing on out here once again, taking out a Stalker pretty darn easily there too. Marine holding a Zell like a watchtower. And Polt just everywhere. Front, center, bottom, front, middle, back, whatever. Another drop here. Warp Prism. Taking some shots. This might be a bit of a sweet spot though. Yes, doesn't get any shots at all. Another Warp Prism attack. Bam! 30 kills on that Disruptor, ladies and gentlemen. 30 total kills. Fleet Beacon coming up for puCK. He wants to deal with those Liberators through the Tempest, which is always a fantastic idea in my estimation. Stalkers dancing back and forth here. Marines, Marauders, Medevacs. Medevac count is currently at 8. Not as much as Polt would want here. Purification Nova chasing those guys back home. Polt's dodging and splitting ability is very, very good, so I wouldn't be surprised to see that come into play here in one of these more open battles that we like to see. Another Disruptor, 36 kills. 36 kills on that Disruptor. Most of them are going to be workers. 29 workers killed by puCK thus far in this game. These guys want to find that Warp Prism and kill it. They don't know where it is, but it's over here somewhere. Look out, Warp Prism, run for your life. Oh, he sees it. Oh my gosh, got some shots off. Liberators chasing too. Warp Prism trying to get out. Ooh, thought about dropping a Purification Nova. Couldn't quite do it though. And will escape onto this high ground. Will it live? I don't know. Big attack up here. Another drop back here though. The cannon's taking that one out very easily indeed. Pushing up here. This base is under severe assault. The Nexus is going to fall very darn quickly indeed. +2 attack on those guys with the stim. Liberator mode, defender mode set up there. Purification Novas are being sent on in, and tries to get a hit, but I think the Disruptor got sniped off there by the Liberators first. Wow, good play indeed. So now this is cordoned off. Polt can kind of sit back here with impunity, not allow puCK to walk through this corridor at all. What is this? Bunch of pylons setting up, possibly for photon overcharges. Seems like a potential plan for him. +2 armor and no attack once again from puCK. He really wants these Disruptors to live. Tempests are on the way. Does he have any yet? He does not have any quite yet here. Purification Nova's coming in, getting some big-time hits on the Stalkers. And the Stalkers coming in. Actually, on Marines, rather. Stalkers killing the Liberators there. Another attack up here on this Marine, getting rid of that Zalnanga watchtower. It is now held by Polt by a single Marine. It is 138 to 158 total supply. Polt does not care about losing workers. Not care about losing 29 SCVs so far. No, he's going to beat you in army composition. He's going to beat you in economy. It is 105 to 82 total army supply right now. 56 to 55. So puCK has killed a lot of stuff. But 45 kills on that Disruptor, all by its lonesome. Oh, the Warp Prism taken down by those missile turrets. And finally, our hero Disruptor is destroyed. Absolutely taken down, unfortunately for it. Another attempt to drop up here by Polt, but this cannon wall is actually fairly formidable if you're trying to drop in that area. I think Polt might just go around and try to attack from this side, if that's at all possible, and attack up the front here with Stalkers, with Disruptors. Purification Nova's coming in, chasing the army back, allowing the Stalkers to pump on in, blinking in, try to get rid of those Liberators. And another Purification Nova comes in, destroys a bunch of Marauders. Meanwhile, an attack up here, getting rid of those cannons, as I anticipated. Both players under a lot of stress right now at each of their bases. This base might just be conceded by Polt, but puCK moving on into the main base now. Trying to snipe down SCVs, getting pulled by Polt. Losing this base here too is Polt. puCK is living here at home inside Polt's base, taking down every unit that tried to come out of these barracks. Purification Nova comes in and kills a few of his own Stalkers there. Always an unfortunate reality when dealing with those Purification Novas, as they do friendly fire damage. Tempests getting burned down by these stimmed Marines. Look out, Tempest, run for your lives. Dep tries to help. Tempest are trying to kill things. Disruptor pops out and dies immediately. This one, Purification Nova, its way on up and does explode before it is taken down. Tempest cleaning things up fairly well. Stalker count, again, pretty darn high up here, too. Widowmine with a single kill, managing to get burrowed before it's destroyed by these Stalkers with the +1 attack. It is essentially a base race right now, I think. Probes trying to run around and find a place, find a new home, because this main base for puCK is also under assault. Purification Nova's landing 0 kills, 15 kills on that one. Stalkers going after add-ons, trying to kill buildings, trying to kill Marines as they rally on out of here. Maybe killing these workers would be nice too. This small group of, is it all Marauders now? All Marauders getting chased down by these Tempests with their very slow fire rate and no upgrades whatsoever. Can the Marauders get this Nexus? Yes, they get the Nexus. Stalkers down here getting rid of everything at this third base. Both players are bleeding heavily right now. 14 to 28 Harvesters. puCK is down to 14 probes to this point. Does he have any Nexuses left? He does not. He's going to be revealed here in just a minute. Let's get throw down another. He doesn't have enough minerals for another Nexus. Oh no, puCK. Oh, no, puCK. All right, Stalkers dancing around, trying to kill as many SCVs as they can. Army supply is 36 to 37, fairly even to this point. A lot of dead SCVs, though. Good stutter step from puCK. Did everyone get cleaned up here? Yes, Marauders did get killed. puCK is in a huge amount of trouble, though. He can't replace his Nexuses. That's it. I mean, he might as well bring his probes to attack. Go for one final assault on Polt because he still has this space available. He still has this space available that he probably should be trying to take down if you're puCK. Everything gone in the main base here, too. No minerals whatsoever. Income tab looking very healthy for Polt so far. He has some workers, again, down here at this base. Sending a couple Stalkers down here might be useful for puCK, but instead, puCK is going for it, man. Pushing right on up. Going to try to get rid of this army. He needs to do it. He needs to do it now. If he can do this efficiently, even better. Getting rid of the starport that is producing some medevacs, gone. Reactor, gone. Barracks, gone. Tempest trying to sneak on in. How many Marines are here? A lot of Marines are there. Widowmine shot on the Tempest. I think maybe that's exactly what puCK was trying to do. Get the Tempest to absorb that Widowmine shot instead of one of his Stalkers, which seems like a fair trade if I were you. Another attack up here with Marauders. Any Marines in this hit squad? Nope, not at all. Unpowered cannon, no defense whatsoever about this. And puCK is, I think puCK's just trying to keep Polt stuck inside here. Getting rid of his production facilities too. So yes, you have your money, but replacement starports on the way. On the way, Marine. Oh, there's a Marine here. Marine and Marauders taking down the starport, going after this robotics facility, taking down cannons too. Another attempt. The probes running around, taking shots from the Widowmine. Ow, 6 kills on that Widowmine. Probes are pretty much useless to puCK here, except maybe as cannon fodder, which seems pretty nice too. Stalkers do come down here, finally, to get rid of these workers and these mules. If anybody can show up to stop them, I don't know who it's going to be right now. There is the attack with the SCVs and the Marines and the Marauders. puCK in a lot of trouble here. He's getting backed into a corner. Oh, he blinks on out with the Stalkers, with the Tempest. Manages to escape, getting some shots off these Stalkers. Having a heyday down here against these SCVs and these mules. 7 kills, 15 kills, 7 kills on these guys. Nothing mining minerals here anymore. Nope, nothing mining minerals here anymore. But avenging the deaths of those workers is Polt. Moving right on in, getting rid of every single one of those Stalkers. Thank you for playing, but you're done now. 27 to 63 total supply. Expanding up here is Polt, actually landing a command center, an orbital command. Expanding down here is Polt. Once again, puCK cannot make any more units. This production tab is done for him. Units tab shows 7 Stalkers and 3 Tempest against 10 Marauders, 18 Marines, and 17 SCVs. Not looking good for our Protoss hero today. The Tempests are killing everything that they can. They're trying to destroy everything that they can. This base does fall to the Stalkers, but this base up and running once again. The workers are harvesting from these 3 mineral patches as quickly as they possibly can. In production for Polt, though, more Marines, more medevacs, and more SCVs. Yep, Tempest sniping down a bunch of these workers here. Again, a lot of dead workers. 76 workers killed by puCK, 68 killed by Polt to this moment. 1 probe remains, 12 SCVs remain in the game. It is super close indeed. Pushing on up once again is Polt, trying to kill some buildings. Maybe he's worried there's been a replanted Nexus, but nope, your worries were unfounded. Just go ahead and kill these buildings because they are of no use to puCK anyway at this point. I guess he's thinking that maybe he can just win a base race by killing all of the buildings of puCK, because he shouldn't really have too much trouble doing that rather than trying to hunt down these remaining Stalkers, which seems kind of like a fool's errand. Look at these guys go, though. 6 SCVs left for Polt. Only 6. Is this going to turn into a base race? I mean, I thought Polt had this well in hand, but if these Stalkers can whittle down units, killing a Marauder, then blinking back. Smart, smart, as the shields will heal eventually. And no, that's it. A GG from puCK. puCK is defeated, Polt is victorious, and puCK has left the game. Yeah. There we go. Let's hear it for puCK. Let's hear it for Polt. A pretty hard-fought game from both of these players. In the end, so much stuff was lost. Resources lost. 25,800 resources lost for puCK. 24,700 lost for Polt. Again, workers killed 87 to 69 for these dudes. Units killed 256 to 147. In the end, that was it. 7 Stalkers and 3 Tempests against 30 Marines, 9 Marauders. I mean, that's what you would expect to have in the first 4 minutes of a game. But here we're at the 19-minute mark. Very small armies, but Polt makes it work in this low econ special. Manages to get this base up and going, which is super useful. as he lost this one, and this one in fairly short order. So again, well played by Polt. Congratulations to him, and that's it from me. This has been Falcon Paladin with yet another daily Legacy of the Void upload. Go ahead and hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw and what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter and Facebook, both at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.